guys, welcome back to Basically Unpopular. It's your girl Patricia.
I'm Bae.
And I'm Laura Graham.
And today's episode is going to be about what to expect when you're going to basic military training. So yes, this is for all the people out there who's thinking about going into the military, who already signed their name on that dotted line and gave their life away. The time is near. The time is coming. You're scared. You're nervous. You're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to pack. I don't know what it's going to be like when I get there. Is it like that crazy movie I seen back in the day? We're going to tell y'all everything to expect from BMT. So first we're going to start off with what to pack. So what would y'all say is the only thing that you should really be focused on packing?
The only thing I would say that you really need to be focused on is, to be honest with you, I would say underwear. Like, I ain't gonna play. I would say underwear. Just because, like, you are going to get a chance, like, within that first 2 days, you're gonna get a chance to get, like, your essential stuff, like deodorant and all this extra crap. Like, you're gonna get that. But underwear is either you bring the correct underwear or you're gonna be out here like, oh, we were out here struggling.
I mean, they do let you go and buy underwear, but if you have like
but then the type of underwear they got, you don't want that. You don't want that. It's like legit granny panties, like cheeks completely in type thing, and that's the
which
stuff.
is probably what you need. But
Yeah.
I would say
I get to differ.
I would say like personal care products, even though you will be able to go to the store, but if you have like really sensitive skin and you need a really specific product, bring it with you, because the store there is very limited on their supply. So they might not have exactly what you need, and you might just not be able to have it. So bring it if you have a very specific skincare routine or product.
Because they issued us a 3-in-1 hair shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Ladies, we don't put that on our punani. So I would say is bring at least one pair of jeans and about 2 t-shirts. And the reason why I say that is you will have some people who they got issued their uniform as soon as they got there. You got some people who got issued their uniform not until a day or 2 days later. Do not pack a whole bunch of clothes. Just pack something to last maybe a day or 2, maybe. Because once they issue your uniform, you ain't wearing no regular clothes. Your suggestion would be to, if, you have family that's coming up to see you graduate, pack a bag and have them bring that to you or ship it to you once you get to tech school.
There's this one little closet that everybody's stuff goes into. So you don't want to be that person with 3-4 bags taking up all the space, because it has to be organized, and it's just a lot.
It's a lot, and you have to carry it. Like, you literally have to carry it from, like,
you cannot, if it rolls, you have to carry it still. So don't do
it. So I did see, like, one of the girls who was in our flight. I don't know if she had military family that they told her what's up, but she legit did that. Like, the one pair of jeans was the one that she actually had on, because she had just a backpack. Like, she literally had a backpack, so it made it so much easier for her to carry. Because that same night when we get there, they issue you, they give you your backpack, and they give you like your parka, and then they give you a few things. And at the end of it, it does get kind of weighty, so it gets a little, kind of heavy. So you don't want to have that, plus your crap and some more crap. And more, let me just make a side note real quick. If you're gonna be the type to bring your little makeup, I'm gonna recommend the bare minimum, because when I tell you ain't gonna see them junks, you're not gonna see that makeup and all this kind of stuff, because like how they were telling you, like, have a family member bring that for you at your graduation.
And don't worry about your jewelry and things like that. It's all going to either get ruined or lost, because you have your security drawer where you put your important documents in, but you just don't want to have to keep up with that kind of stuff, because you might change and I lost 2 of my rings while I was there, so don't do it. It's not worth it.
And then also money. I would just suggest bring a debit card, credit card, whatever. And if you do have to bring cash, very minimum cash, because what they do is they make you write down every bill you get. So if you got 5 ones, 2 10s, all the way down to the coins, and then every time you spend that, you have to go and mark it. And they check it. They check to make sure what you get. That's just for stealing purposes. So it's better to not bring money. Just bring like a debit card. If you don't have a bank card, a bank account, whatever, bring a prepaid debit card. Cash App got cards.
And they're gonna issue you a card that they're gonna put your first paycheck on there even before you even start doing anything. So it's like you're gonna also have a card that has like a little, like I think it was like 400 and change that they put on there. So it's like you got first, like half of your first check on there. So bring money, bring your card, because why not? But you're also gonna get that. So don't worry about if you don't have enough, because like I always say, first of all, you're not buying shit. It's not like you could go to the store whenever you want to.
I will say bring a good pair of running shoes, because you're going to be doing a lot of PT. So don't bring the cute fashion Jordans, whatever. Bring some solid running shoes, because you will definitely need them. I ran through mine. I had to go to the store and buy new ones because they were just not prepared for all of them.
Don't get like a brand new pair, because you're gonna be marching in them a lot too if you don't get issued your uniform the first 2 days. Bring some that you broke in, but don't bring none that's like super broke down, because they're gonna get even more broke down. So like maybe if you got like a month or so and you're already exercising before you go to BMT, get you a new pair some weeks out, go out running and work out in them, breaking down just a little bit. It's gonna be the lightest you ever pack ever in your life.
Right. One light bag, duffel bag.
One light bag, not your carry-on bag. Let's move on to the flight in processing. And because I was super nervous the first day, and the advice I got was this traveling there is gonna be the easiest part. Like this, because once you step off that bus, it gets real. So while you're at the airport, enjoy yourself. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Once you land at the actual airport in wherever your base is at, your Air Force is San Antonio, don't be in a rush like, oh, they're gonna come get you. Let me hurry up and make it to this room. No, my supervisor stuff literally told me, they give you this big envelope. She said, put that envelope in your bag, because they look for trainees in the airport with that envelope, because they come to snatch y'all up. Like, you need to be here. She was like, put that envelope in your bag, take your time, get you something to eat, call your family, text them, whatever.
Oh, like she said, just because that's your really last chance to freely use your cell phone. So take advantage of it, make sure let everybody you made it safe, talk to your family, because once you're on that bus, phones are off, that's it. That's your last chance until they give it to you. But to freely use it.
That depends on the MTIs, because some flights get their cell phone more than others.
Right, they give it to you.
15 minutes ain't ish.
Right, but you can't just go and pick it up and use it. They have to allow you to use it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Because the next step is in processing. Once you step off that bus, in processing, it feels like it's getting real, but it really ain't as real as you think it is. So that's when you step in and they give you all the stuff like Laura and Bae was talking about. So you're going to come in with all your stuff. You're going to go in this room. They do it in the most unorganized but unorganized way. Like, do y'all agree? Because it was like unnecessary how they did it, but it was organized. But it was really just to trip you up and like stress you out. Like,
listen, if there's one piece of advice I could just give, as like to me, what was one of the most important. I don't take it too lightly when people raise their voice at me, because I feel this.
We gotta get there.
But what I'm saying, like, that's the initial point. That's the first thing they're gonna do. Try to get you off the bus or what. Just be cool, calm, and collective. Like, it ain't that serious. Like, you just gonna pick up some stuff. Like, immediately when you see them acting a fool, it's just for you to pick up some stuff and get what you need initially. And like I always say, you're gonna end up going in a room, sitting down for a couple hours, not doing shit,
just waiting. But that first initial, you get off the bus, you go into this room, and they have like boxes of toiletries for you to pick up. And everybody stops at a box, grab your socks, grab your toothpaste, grab your toothbrush. It's a train. Everybody follows, then you go sit in the middle of the floor. And they're going to ask you, who plays an instrument, who knows how to sing, because they're trying to
play an instrument, play the out of that instrument. Because if you play an instrument, you know how to drink out of everybody. If you not do drums, trombone, I don't care if it's the harmonica. If you play an instrument, raise your hand.
You think so?
Yes, everybody I know who was in band, they don't PT as much. They don't have to study all the stuff that we have to study. Everybody I know, if you got some of different advice.
I just try not to volunteer for nothing.
Oh, no. So I know people who was in the band, and all they do is practice for graduation each week. That's all they do is practice for graduation each week. They don't have to PT as much as us. They don't have to do half the stuff that we had to do.
I think it depends on the experience that you want. If you want to go into band flight, then sure. But if you really want that true basic training experience, then probably don't volunteer, don't raise your hand, because they don't know who can and who can't. So it's up to you.
You still have a flight. You're still in a dorm. You're not in the same dorms as everybody else. And your main thing is practicing music. Like, you're not out there in the hot sun marching all over the place like everybody else. Like,
right.
This is from the few people that I've known that went to basic and they was, you know, in band. Like, they was just like, it was so chill and so like, they didn't even eat the same as us all the time.
Yeah.
When I found that out, I was like, so like once you finally get in the dorm is when basic training starts. So we're just gonna give a few little tidbit advice. My very first advice is the very first thing you're gonna do is pick a bed. But they're gonna trip you up when you pick the bed. They're gonna tell you to run to a wall locker. So you're gonna run to a wall locker. Then they're gonna tell you to turn around and point to the bed. You're gonna point to the bed that's in front of the wall locker. Do not run to a wall locker that's in front of a bunk bed, because you don't want a bunk bed. That's my advice.
Right.
Laura can tell you more about that because she slept in a bunk bed. She ran to the wall locker with the bunk bed.
So the thing is, to be honest with you, the way how I ran to it, I didn't, because if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but the wall locker has the number on the bunk bed. Mm-hmm. And the number that I had was the one that I thought belonged on the, because I'm right next to a single freaking bed. And I'm thinking that that's where I belong. And that was not the case. Like, that was the first number for the first bunk bed. And that shit really, really worked my nerves.
Just know that the wall locker you pick goes to the bunk bed. So I wouldn't even go to a wall locker that's close to a bunk bed. Because like she said, you got the single beds, the wall locker is right in front of them. The bunk beds, you're going to have two wall lockers that's next to each other. And that's for the two bunk beds. So just because the wall locker is not directly in front of the bunk bed, that just means one's for the top, another one's for the bottom. So like, try to avoid bunk beds if you hate bunk beds. If you love bunk beds, ain't nobody gonna
go for
it. Go for it. Have at it.
So that first night, you'll get into bed, you'll go to sleep, you know, pretty much no showers or anything, just pretty much.
No, that's the first night we actually had a meeting, because remember they broke down basic rules. And we did shower that night.
We did?
Yeah, they took us in the day room. They broke down reporting statements, because they're gonna tell you how to report, because you have to learn that immediately. You're not.
People seem to, going back up for me, I didn't realize that I was gonna be showering with that much people at a time. And that's something that you really need to, so if you're like, unfortunately, if you're like insecure about your body, like you just gotta I can't say get out of your head, because realistically speaking, you can't, but just know that no one's looking at you. Like, everybody feels the same way. Everybody feels equally uncomfortable. Everybody feels nervous. Everybody feels like, I don't want to be naked in front of all these females, because let me tell you, we were there for a good couple of days, and there was a lot of females that wasn't really taking showers. They was clean, because those showers, they come every day, but sometimes they come at the most, it's either it comes like really late in the morning, or really late at night, really early in the morning, really early in the evening. Like, just take your freaking shower. You know, just take a shower, be comfortable, do your thing, and because no one's paying attention to you.
And the showers go so quick, you ain't got time to think about it. You only get like 6 minutes to shower. I would tell you the first few days when we was that first night when they told us to go shower, we was all like taking off a shirt and wrapping the towel and then sliding the pants down. After like a week or so, they said it's time to shower, and knowing how much trouble you get into if you take forever taking a shower, and run into the bathroom, ass titties out, like that uncomfort. It's only gonna last so long, because you get tunnel vision after a while. And after a while, it's just like, you ain't even worried about who's looking at you. You're trying to get done what needs to be done, which is this 6-minute shower.
Right, and there's about 40 to 50 girls, or 40 to 50 trainees in each flight. So it is what it is. You're all nervous. You're all going through the same emotions. You'll be fine.
It ain't 40 to 50 shower heads either, so.
No. Well, not in Alcatraz. In Disney, it is, but not Alcatraz.
They have 40. They have more. In Disney, they have
their
20.
Each of them have their own.
Oh.
Yeah, but we had, what was it? It was 10, and then like 3 of them was broken.
Yeah.
And so then out of the 7 that was actually working, like 2 of them, the pressure was bare minimum. So like we had almost close to nothing.
Yeah. And when we say Alcatraz, so there are new dorms and there are old dorms. We were in the old dorms. So I just heard from somebody recently from basic training, they still ain't got rid of them old dorms. Every year they said they gonna eventually turn them down, they still putting people in them old dorms. If you're in the new dorms, you're gonna live just a little bit better.
Yeah.
You in the old dorms, you're gonna have less shower, more people, less toilets, more people. So, you know, it's just hope and pray that you in the new dorms, because they
and there's no way to choose during that first night of initiation when you're being split up and you're just sitting there for hours waiting to go into your dorm. There's no way to know which one you're going to. You just get on the bus and you just arrive. And you
all right. So jobs. This is the fun part. You know how they tell you don't ever volunteer for nothing? This is the only time where I would suggest volunteer, because we gonna let you know what job to jump on and what job to stay clear of. It's the only time I would suggest jumping into. So let's start. Latrine, would you say jump in or stay clear?
I would say
the fuck clear.
If you don't know, latrine is the bathroom.
So
bathroom.
If you enjoy scrubbing toilets after 30-something girls and they in and out while you trying to clean the bathroom, have at it. Next up, day room. Would you say day room?
I would say day room was the best job. That was my job. It's the easiest one. It's the best one. Pick day room. Like, wait till they get to it, because the first ones they call out, you raise your hand, and whoever they choose are the people who raise their hand. That's what crew you're on. Wait for day room if you can. Pick it.
Is a job to jump on or a job to stay clear of? From the outside looking in.
I would say stay clear, because the girls in laundry always complained because they weren't very organized. So I would say stay clear if you can.
What would you say, Laura?
That's a hit or miss. Depending on your flight, I would say.
It depends on the leader, I think.
Yeah, because like I like that, but I don't know.
I would say get one if you with some non-lazy folks, because I was on laundry the first week or so until they realized they didn't need 3 people, they only needed 2, and then I got lucky and got put into day room. But you get so much free time, and then you're there with other people from other flights. And utility closet, would you suggest jumping on it or steering clear of it?
It doesn't seem like it's as difficult. You're just in charge of the actual cleaning utilities and the cleaning tools, passing it out and getting it back, making sure you have your inventory, things like that. It doesn't seem that hard. It's just you have to, again, be aware and keep track of your stuff.
Oh,
but it's not one of the worst. It's not worse than
utility closet. I feel like, if my memory is correct, I feel like they used to get yelled at a lot, because at the end of it, they also got to make sure that the brooms and stuff were completely clean. No fuzz, no nothing. So it's like, if whoever had that broom didn't clean that broom before they brought it to you, you got to make sure that it's clean. So it's like, you end up cleaning after other people. And there's some people that just don't care, and they wouldn't consider that. But then at the same time, you're not doing anything else but handing out stuff. So,
right. But y'all got to understand, you know how hard do you hear what she said? Do you know how hard it is to clean a broom? Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to get every piece of lint, dust, and whatever off of a broom? It's nearly impossible. I think the next job was, and I did this job one time to help somebody. Downstairs, you had to take this big old broom thing, wet the concrete, and sweep up the dirt, the bird poop.
Yeah, I don't remember what that one was, but it was out. You basically would clean the outside of the dorms, just the
sweep off the
patio
leaves,
area.
Sweep off the patio area, scrub up the bird poop. I helped somebody with it one time. That's another job that, once again, you get to get away.
There are jobs that you don't volunteer for, you're voluntold to do, such as child runner. And
child runner, would you say steer clear of or go for it? I say if you one of them people that don't scare easily, have at it. But the way you find out is that you have to go into the child and you have to stand in front of these empty eyes that's sitting at this table they're like gods or something.
They call it the snake pit.
Yes, and you have to report, let them know you coming in, what flight you from, and then they tell you what's on the menu. Chow hall. Then you had mopping, basic stuff like dusting, windows, mopping.
What were they called? I don't remember.
I can't remember what they're called. The only reason why I would say they're clear of this job though is because there were these metal strips on the floors. I don't know if you know anything about flooring. You had regular floors and it'd be these metal strips on the floors. If they see just so much of a smudge on that, you getting yelled at. Imagine it's 30-something. So the next thing I want to talk about is hair.
Well, for Black women specifically.
I had to take out my braids. Another girl had to take out her braids. Some people wasn't able to lay their hair down with their little ones. Bobby said, bring your own stuff. You know, it's gel and stuff there, but like it might not be to lay it. Because when you're in basic, see this? We gotta lay slick, like slick. I stay getting yelled out about my hair. Laura really stayed getting yelled at about her hair.
Yeah,
Look,
that was the thing. Like when we were in boot camp, I got yelled at only because of my hair. Like that I didn't get in much trouble. Besides from like I danced once. We're not gonna talk about that. But like I never used to get in trouble. It would literally always be my hair. Like my hair, and I had a pixie cut, so the back of my hair was bald, but then it was growing out, and then the top was relaxed, so you
it was sticking up all. So the suggestion would be get you a good gel. Good gel.
Good gel. And also, mind you, your cover, your hat, you're taking that on and off every time you walk in and out of anywhere. So all your flyaways, they expect you to maintain this sleek ponytail, which is literally impossible with the hat coming on and off every few minutes. So just gel, water, do what you gotta do.
And don't be scared.
Cake it on.
Cake it on. As stiff as possible. Also, for my girls who have really, really long hair, your bun can only be but so big. I think it's like 3 inches in bulk, and it cannot be bigger than your head. Sock buns are gonna be y'all's best friends. Bobby pins, scrunchies, anything you can do unless you.
One thing I would honestly say, if you get the chance to try to build relationship with people who could actually braid hair, like you gotta trade for trade. Like you gotta bring something to the table to get those kind of benefits, because like on Sunday, also a day that you could take and like really sit down with someone to maybe give you a couple braids in your hair, whatever the case may be.
I suggest if you're going to have braids, do box braids, but with your natural hair. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say that. I would say do the
like
knotless braids, because it's not as bulky in your scalp, and don't try to do too much feed-ins.
Do like small to medium size, and don't do them really long, because the longer your hair is, the bigger the bulk. So I do use some short box braids, not thick in size, and you know, which braids is a good. So I do suggest coming up there with braid, and you know, some women can get in the shower, wash their hair, and then just slick it back. We can.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like a lot of these comments is more for like us, you know, colored folks.
Would y'all suggest going? Because I've actually had somebody ask me this, going up there with a sew-in.
I would say no, mainly because, mind you, it's 8 to 9 weeks or however long until you get to a place where you can truly sit down and take it. Because I don't know who could take a sew in themselves, but I know I can't. So you would either need to have somebody help you with that on a Sunday, or it would just get matted. It's not going to last for the duration, because
it's going to be hard to maintain. So if you do leave out, you ain't going to have tools. Ain't no flat irons and all that stuff to blend it so that it can be laying down flat in your bun. You know, if you're a guy watching this, because we did just kind of talk to the ladies. If you're a guy watching this, they gonna buzz you off anyways.
Yeah.
Go waste your time getting that $30 haircut for you.
If you're a guy watching this, I would recommend, because I didn't talk to much of the boys, but one thing I did hear them say a lot is, since you have to shave your face every morning, I would recommend for you to go with a Gillette or whatever razor you use that suits you. Because if you're sensitive and you get a lot of bumps and stuff like that, in boot camp, that's where they don't consider your sensitiveness or anything like that. They don't care. So get yourself whatever razor is good for you.
They're called military training instructors, or MTIs. A lot of people think it's what you see on the TV. Yes and no. More on the no side than the yes side. They are gonna yell. You're gonna hear so much yelling that like yelling ain't even gonna phase you after a while. I would suggest don't take it personal. So you're there for a job, they're there for a job. They're gonna yell at you for every small little thing you can do.
They can't even get close to you, really.
They can't get more than like what? 6 inches from your face? From your face, like I think that's like 12 inches from your face, something like that.
I think 12 inches.
Don't take it personal. They're only got chewed out once, and it was because I did something, you know, I opened the door for somebody I wasn't supposed to. 9 times in 10 when it was a bunch of times where I went to get chewed out. But if you just correct yourself like quick, like if you're doing something wrong and they like, hey, what you doing? And you just like flip it and correct it. Like one time I can remember walking in the aisle when I was going to the lunchroom in the wrong direction. I don't know where my head was at. And my NTI got ready to chew me up and I just did a face movement with the other way.
The yelling, I feel like the yelling is mostly like when you, like the first 2-3 weeks. Because after that, yeah, there'll be time that they yell because you're doing stupid stuff. But like after that, you're like,
you caught on.
Like they don't, yeah, you catch on and they like once you do what needs to be done, it's like there's no more yelling. Once again, obviously, you're not perfect, so you're gonna do something stupid and then they might just randomly yell at you, but it's not. The first 2 weeks is when you hear all the barking and all this extra stuff, but after that, it's chill.
Now, 2 times you will always hear barking, no matter what week. Early in the morning when they wake you up, you would never get woken up quietly. You always gonna hear banging on the walls. On the door. You always gonna get, and like anytime it's time to come downstairs, like
the first what? When you finally get your phone and you look at your bank statement, you see that you got some coins in there. You're gonna be like, this is the easiest job that you can yell at to fucking. You getting paid to get yelled at.
And don't try to be that person that's gonna be like too cool, like, oh, they yelling at me, I'm just gonna laugh at them.
Oh,
be a fly on the wall. Do not draw attention to yourself unnecessarily.
The best advice is just, like you said, everybody just do what you can. Like, keep your head down, do the right thing, and just carry on. Like, they're gonna yell, okay, yes sir, report a statement when you speak, and move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't like, oh my gosh, they really don't like me. It's not personal.
Yeah.
They don't even probably know your name or face, really. They see so many people on a regular every couple weeks. It's like, okay, next. You didn't do anything that nobody else ever did.
The day before graduation, he made us get down and do workouts just to be like, I just had to make sure.
I feel like that's just his personality. Like, he's trying to be funny on that. Like he's trying to be on some, oh, y'all think y'all done type shit. Like,
but I feel like he went out of his way because he wouldn't. A lot of the MTIs and a lot of flights got real like lax on their people, and he was just like, I'm not getting laxed on y'all. But it was just like, dude, just chill out. Like people was getting, because towards the end you get to like go out, like have what's called what is it when they give you like a pass to go out for a couple hours and go?
Liberty.
Yeah. He only gave us our outlet, like the ones that they had to give us, the couple that they had to give us, that was it. At the end, they could choose to give you like extra ones to wear. He's like, nah, what y'all need that for? He was a jerk. He was definitely a jerk.
And I remember him giving it to some people and all of us was like, wait.
See, that was after graduation. That was something completely. That was when you could actually go off base. I forgot about that one because he could have gave them to people. We definitely had an MTI. But some MTIs be lax because they get voluntold to do the job. So you're gonna get some to take their job more serious than others. Food is easy, but it sucks. It don't taste that good. When you're in the chow hall, don't talk. It's a certain way you got to be in the chow hall. You got to be, when you going through the line and you got your tray, literally the trays have to be touching it. And you walk side to side like a robot. You get your drink and you walk to, you sit down, you eat. You don't take your time. It is not a 5-star restaurant. No, you don't have to, like they do it on TV, but you get under 15 minutes, probably like a good 10 to eat. Like,
you get 10 minutes.
Sit there and take your time. And you never, ever, ever, for any reason, unless you go into the snake pit, talk in the chow hall.
And
so you only 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right. And just, it kind of goes along the lines of also with the whole wingman thing. You'll file into the chow hall one element at a time, one row at a time. You eat, but you can't leave until you have at least one other person with you. So wingman policy, basically, ultimately, you just can't do anything by yourself. Even something as simple as walking from this room or this area to the next area that you can see, but you still need someone to walk with you.
Like, so not in the bay, you can go from one side of the bay to the next. You can go to the day room, but once you're outside of the actual bay where you sleep, the actual dorm where you sleep, you always have to have somebody with you.
So if you're at the chow hall and your dorm is like the next door over, you can't just get out and walk to the dorm. You have to wait and walk facing movements, marching 2 steps into your dorm with somebody else. You have to have a wingman with you at all times when you're outside of your dorm. Period.
And that's doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, everything.
And don't get caught without a wingman. Do not get caught without a wingman. They make it so you have to have one at every time you're outside of your dorm. So that's one of the biggest things. crew to do.
So, and just one thing, real fast, shots. If you're afraid of shots, mentally prepare yourself, because I hate shots with a passion. That first few days you gonna have your shots appointment, and you gonna get every shot under the sun. You don't know what they're injecting you with. They're not gonna say 1, 2, 3, go. None of that. You literally walk in a room in a line, and you walk in, and two people on both sides. You walk up again, somebody else. You walk up again. If they give you the peanut butter shot, which I'm pretty sure they've taken away, the last one is the peanut butter shot. They stick you right in the hip. They might give you a pill. I heard that they completely did away with it, which is like great, because that's everybody's anxiety, the peanut butter pill. They draw your blood, HIV. You go out, you get your blood drawing. You literally do this within like 10 minutes. Like,
it's a whole day though, because you're there all day.
So you're gonna have a dorm chief, which is in charge of the entire flight, and then you're gonna have 5 element leaders, that's right underneath the dorm chief, and they're supposed to like help the dorm chief facilitate stuff. I've never talked to anybody who did not say that there was not a divide between the flight and the leaders. I've never had anybody who's had a different experience. Half of it is because some of the girls or guys in the flight's not gonna like what's being told by people who basically on the same level with them, and half of it is because sometimes leaders get on a power trip. There's gonna be a divide.
Because let's clarify, leaders, they're not really in charge of shit, okay? Like they lead, they walk in the front of the damn flight. They're in charge of shit.
Their main job is to like relay information from the MTIs to us. So the MTIs will be like, they ain't been moving fast enough, or they this or they that, and then they're supposed to come and like enforce that.
Today, we're all on the same page. We're all in the same flight, going through the same thing. You might have a little bit of responsibility. You're not a leader. You have a little bit of responsibility, and that's fine. But don't get on the power trip thing that you're running shit, because you're not. And
you make it really makes the time there harder.
It does.
Not make the time harder than it has to be by bickering and fighting and getting. Listen, we're probably talking to one person, and now nobody else in flight has seen our video. So it's gonna be hard to get everybody on the same accord. But I'm telling you, basic training life is gonna be so much easier if everybody just gets along.
Yeah, I think it's all about mutual respect. As long as we all understand we're on the same level, we try and get through this together, and we all respect each other, y'all will be fine.
My biggest advice is learn the difference. Learn that fine line between assertiveness and aggressiveness. Because as leaders, if you set the tone with aggressiveness, the whole flight gonna be aggressive. Everybody gonna be bickering and arguing. Nobody gonna get along. We understand that you have to be assertive, but there's a fine line. And then for the people in the flight, because don't be so sensitive. They're being told to tell you this. As long as they doing it in a respectful, non-aggressive way, just do what you're supposed to do. Just be like, all right, keep pushing.
I'm gonna check the recording.
So that's basically our what to expect from BMT.
It's not as bad as you might. I mean, we made it. I mean, hey, we all went in together somehow. We ended up in the same flight, and I'm thankful for it. And we made it. And looking back now, it's like, wow, that it was a good experience and all, but it really was not as hard or as bad as people may make it seem. So just trust yourself, trust your instincts, be respectful, keep your head down, get through it. You'll be perfectly fine.
Or something you have a question about, put it in the comment section. We can always come back and revisit this. We can always make another. If there are specific questions that you have, is there something that you're nervous about and you wanted us to hit on and we didn't, just put it in the comment section.
If you want us to do a Q&A, we can go more in depth about the Guard. We're all in the Air National Guard. We're not active duty. The differences between that, anything that we didn't hit on, like the exact weeks of basic training, what happens after basic training, tech school. We've all gone to different tech schools, and we can possibly make a part 2 of this and just talk more in depth. If that's what you would like, let us know in the comments. Comment, subscribe, share, follow us. All the information is going to be below. Once again, as a final thought, just don't be nervous. You're going to be fine. We've all done it. We went through it together. Find your crew, find the people that you mesh with, and just keep your head down and finish line, tunnel vision. Get to the end, and you'll be grateful that you did.